A huge thanks to today's video sponsor, Piedmont Lithium. What's going on, everyone? It's Sean from All Things EV, and this video is all about a moonshot about how I think Nikola will partner together with Toyota to manufacture their Badger pickup truck. Now, you first have to ask yourself, why would a large company like Toyota do such a crazy thing? Partner together with a young, unproven company like Nikola. And I started thinking about this, and one of the things that came to mind is Toyota actually did something very similar back in 2010 when they invested $50 million into a new automotive startup. It was an investment into this new automotive company that, among other things, resulted in a joint venture where this new automotive startup would produce the powertrains for Toyota's electric vehicles. That young, unproven startup back in 2010 that Toyota invested into was Tesla. Now, they later parted ways and divested all of their investment that they had made into Tesla, but it did result in some electric vehicles by way of the RAV4. It was a Tesla-powered RAV4, essentially. And around that same time, Toyota was really beaten down by recalls of one of their most successful vehicles, the Toyota Prius. And my guess is that Toyota really wanted to improve their image with those that were conscious about driving an environmentally friendly vehicle. Now, what happens a lot of times with these large companies is that you get mired down by the internal bureaucracy and the internal politics that sometimes it makes sense to either go out and buy an external firm to acquire that technology or do a joint venture. We all know how much Toyota is invested into fuel cell electric vehicles. They've said it as early as this year, 2020, that they still believe in it. And they're still making investments into the product, into the industry. And recently they created a Beijing-based entity where they own 65%. And it's called United Fuel Cell System R&D, all to develop this fuel cell technology in China. Their initial investment was about $46 million. They see a lot of prospect in developing fuel cell in China. So it's clear that Toyota is still full on with fuel cell vehicles, yet their sales of fuel cell vehicles, especially in North America, has been lackluster. So why would a company so large like Toyota want to partner together with a company so young and unproven like Nikola? Well, despite everyone's criticism, including my own about Nikola, they do appear to have a working, functional hydrogen fuel cell powertrain. And I don't think anyone really knows how their powertrain matches up with Toyota's and whether Toyota sees some advantage that Nikola has over Toyota's existing powertrain. But if indeed there is some advantage that Nikola has, Toyota could be extremely interested, especially in a pickup truck, which is a market that Toyota to date does not play with when it comes to fuel cell electric vehicles. I want to take a quick moment to thank today's video sponsor, Piedmont Lithium. They're a publicly traded lithium mining company on the NASDAQ at PLL. And next week, I'll be doing a one-on-one interview with their CEO, Keith Phillips. And I'm looking forward to this one because I'm going to ask him all the questions that I've wondered about the lithium mining process, like how do they go about finding a mine? And how do they determine how much lithium is available in that mine? And what happens when they mine it? So I hope you'll look forward to this as well, and make sure to tune in and watch that video. It should be out next week. Now, let's get back to the video. So at a very minimum, I could see Toyota doing a joint venture with Nikola to license out their hydrogen fuel cell powertrain to put into a Toyota Tacoma, or a brand new truck like the Badger. And as some on Twitter have noted, the Badger looks pretty similar to the Tacoma, actually. The other appeal that Toyota could have in Nikola is Nikola's interest in building out a hydrogen fuel cell refueling network throughout North America. Nikola already has plans and already has the technology To be able to do this, they just need the funding. Toyota making a monetary investment into Nikola in exchange for some of their proprietary technology could be a match made in heaven. Now, I'm not saying that this is definitely going to happen. I'm not even saying that Toyota is even interested in what Nikola has to offer. But when I run down the list of automakers producing pickup trucks, Toyota seems to be the only one that comes to mind that could potentially have some interest. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments down below. What do you think? Is this likely or unlikely? Oh, and one more thing. I did confirm with Trevor Milton's assistant that I will be going to Phoenix to take a look at their technology in person on August 18th. I'm looking forward to reporting back whatever I find. I'm not sure if I'll get some one-on-one time with Trevor, but if I do, I really want to ask him some of these hard questions that I haven't seen anyone ask him yet. Sean Mitchell, All Things EV. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, please. And if you're a regular, one of the easiest ways to support the channel is to like it and share the video out. And a huge shout out to those that are contributing on Patreon. Thanks for throwing some money my way to help fund trips like this one to Arizona to attend Nikola's event.